Hello guys, welcome back. Now in today's video I'm gonna talk about the game and do a first impression, and we're gonna talk about how I feel about the game and how everybody else is feeling, because it feels like a lot of people are not liking the game at all, okay? Now personally I disagree. I don't give a fuck what other people think. Ultimately, if a game, the way I work is in my life is like, do I have fun? Yes, I play the game. Oops, I don't have fun anymore. Time to uninstall, or time to take a break and wait and check if the game gets fun again in the future so I can come back. That's the way I work, and it's very, very simple. And gaming life is way more enjoyable when I think like this. Okay, now. I do also think that a lot of people doing the first impression didn't play enough. I understand that you shouldn't be playing it 15 hours, 20 hours if you don't like the game, or to find the fun after, but after 100 hours, it becomes fun. This applies also in MMOs, and it's something that I've been hearing for like 20 years, no joke. I am 34. So I understand this. But I also think that if you don't find anything fun in a game that you're playing, to the point when it's been like 10 hours and you're still trying to find a single grain of fun, then it means that the game is not for you, in my opinion. So in that case, it's fine. It's fine. You don't have to play it, right? If you're not a CC, just uninstall, go play Wuthering Waves or some another gacha that you like the more, right? Nick, I don't know. So that said, I do think that the criticism that they bring is somewhat fair. I think it's fair. Saying that the combat is easy, it's fair. They're saying that the combat is not that complicated. I understand that it's actually not that easy, or not that it's actually complicated, but when people are approaching it, you don't have the impression that it's complicated. You don't have the impression that it's deep. You also don't have as much agency on your gameplay or as much control on your character and your team in combat compared to a game like Wuthering Waves. So in that case, people are going to inevitably do the comparison and say that, oh, right, this game is not as complicated or as engaging for me, for like whatever player, as Wuthering Waves. That's fair. That's fair. There's nothing that we can say about that. Maybe in the future the game will become a little more like hard, a little more complicated. You would have to know the character's kit exactly and like understand when to trigger the action, when to trigger the daze, the stun, when you want to do an anomaly, when you should maybe an enemy is only killable by doing anomaly build up switch like replacement. Who knows in the future what the hell is happening? But for now, it's understandable that a new player, especially a gacha player, which is not, I don't think gacha players are this like gaming gurus, right? Especially gacha gamer only. They don't have a big gaming portfolio. So their mind is approaching gachas by comparing it to other gachas. They don't have any other experience, right? So you can't really expect them to have like a more patient, patience about the game, because, oh, I remember that other game that I played was way worse, so I am accustomed to play the game in a certain way. So I don't really mind this aspect of the gacha. In that case, I understand why people are upset about the game, and that's fine. Personally though, the way I play gachas is I play gacha as secondary games, side games. I don't need to be entertained for 20 hours a day. The game doesn't have to have 50 million years of content, like 50 days straight of content before the next patch. It doesn't. I play gachas to collect waifus and to play when I can play, have fun, and then I do the daily so I can keep my income coming and my character built. And then I log out. Then I log out and see you tomorrow. That's what I do. I play like 3 gachas. I play HSR, Reverse, and this at the moment. So what I'm doing is I do those, I do the daily, and then I log out and I go play like Terraria or something, and then I go play like Final Fantasy 14. The new expansion is out. So, you know, there any other games that is not gacha. So me playing like this, I have a different perspective. Now, let's get into it. Sorry for the big intro, but I wanted to clarify stuff and my point of view, because otherwise you're not going to understand why I'm saying what I'm saying, okay? First of all, Overall rating of the game, I would say like 6.5, 7. 10, like going towards 7 in my opinion. I wasn't expecting anything else. I played CBT3, so I know what was coming. I know that the TV wasn't going away. Now, why 7? You would say, no, it's a 5, it's a 4. For you, it's a 4. For me, the way that I play, I wasn't expecting anything else, so I wasn't like shocked in a negative way. Oh no, the game isn't as hard as they say it was gonna be, right? I don't care. I think the game is fun. The gameplay is enjoyable. It's very brain dead. You just do whatever you need to do at the moment, obviously. You just spam your character. The visuals are really pretty. I like the models. I like the style. Most people don't. Some people don't. I do. I like this more realistic style, less anime, more 3D rubbery. I like the style. The animations are insane quality. The movement and the rigging of the models are like astronomically higher than any of the gachas that I've seen, to be honest. And even though some people might say that they're simpler, I see that. But at the same time, this is a more realistic gacha, so the settings are also realistic. You're not gonna find a policeman standing outside, or like a policeman 5-star with like demonic wings, at least not for now, because that's not how a police officer looks like. It's not gonna have like a mega like wind turbine behind his back, because it's like oh, it's wind. You're not gonna see that, so it makes sense. Okay, now let's go one by one. Story, I didn't play it. I skipped everything. I never really care about story in any game ever. Feel free to trash talk me in the comment. I don't care. I never play story. The only thing I watch are cutscenes, and that Miyabi cutscene was a fucking banger, and it unironically made me want to pull for her whenever she comes out, which, by the way, I don't think she will come out until 2.0, but I would gladly replace my Ellen if that's the case whenever Miyabi comes in, if Miyabi is the same element and role, which probably is. That's why I say 2.0. Now, the story, I don't know. Maybe the story is insane. I've heard that the story is okay. The story is like basic anime tropes. That's fine. In that case, okay, I don't know. So I'm not gonna talk about the story. The characters. I think the characters are pretty good. I know, and I understand that there are a lot of, you know, there are a lot of doc enjoyed body types here. Like I am expecting a first time review from Doc, talking about how fucking crazy are the waifus in this game. Now after that, I have Ellen. This is all the characters that I have. I think overall the roster is okay when it comes to like balance. You have some mature women, like you have Ellen, you have 11, you have Nicole, you have, I don't have it, but Grace, Irina, and then you have, sure, some furries. I would say this is furry and this is just an animal. I don't think this is, I don't know anything about furries. So anyone from the furry community, can you guys tell me, is this like technically a furry or not? I don't think this is just an animal. It's just like an animal that talks. Like a bear is going to be anthropomorphic because it's a fucking bear. It's not humanoid. It's not humanoid. You can see that it's not humanoid. It's just a bear. He has short legs, long arms, and it just looks like a bear. There's no human feature. While this guy is supposed to be a wolf, but it's basically a tall man, a tall muscular man. So this I understand. But this one, I don't think it's a furry. This is just an animal. So can you say that there are two furries in this game? I don't think so. I think it's only one. Then you have one husbando for now. And then you have this guy, I mean, Billy. I don't think it's, I don't know, if you like Billy that way, sure. But I think this is basically ZZZ version of Deadpool, which is like, I think it's a hit or miss. And then you have another lolly. There is a lot of lollies in this game. For now, I wouldn't categorize Sokaku as a lolly, to be honest. I don't think I think like a girl of age could be like this, could be looking like this, like short. But that said, we're not talking about anything sexual here. I'm talking about which one is a kid. These two are kids. Like, are you saying, like, you're seeing it, right? Look, I don't know what she's using. Like, she's having this outfit either. Like, these are kids. Is this a kid? I don't think this is a kid. This gives me more of a like of age but short and small. She's also working with the police, so I don't know. This one, yeah, underage, yeah, coding underage. Now Anbi has almost the same body as Corin, almost. It's probably double the body of Corin. So, but the height is probably the same. We can actually check, but who cares, right? What I'm saying is, I don't think is that bad for now. But there are a lot. I understand that there are a lot of lollies. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? You can argue how much you want. This is a kid body at least. Okay. So when it comes to characters, I don't think there's anything wrong in enjoying the gameplay of a character like Koleda or Lucy or Piper or Nekomata. We're not talking about that. We're talking about waifu collection. When the waifu collection, you want these characters. I want these characters. I want this guy. I tried to reroll for Lena, but I didn't get her. I rolled 5 times. I got Koleda, and then I got fucking Nekomata. Man, I rolled 4 times, and then I was like, okay, you know what? Fuck, I guess I'll go back to Nekomata because like meta-wise was better than Koleda. I was like, fuck. But I wanted Rina, man. Fuck. But yeah, we need these characters. We need these characters more. Okay, so that said, let's move on. Music, bangers. I like the music. I think the music makes sense. The background music is amazing. I really like it. I think the choice of music reminds me of like 2000-ish type of beat and Persona, obviously. Same with the themes. Like the themes are the same vibe, like a very urban. I am a huge fan of urban like graffiti, skateboarding, music of that times. I usually don't like rap, but I like rap from the 90s, from the 2000s. So like I'm a really big urban fan. So seeing like 6th Street, it's already like that little corner with there's like a graffiti and a bench. I would stay there. I would hang out there. So for me, it's basically my type of theme. So I like that. The combat is fun. It's satisfying. The sound effects like contributes a lot. When you do your chain attack with Ellen, ooh, like it's like holy fuck! It's very satisfying. Some characters less, some characters more. I saw Rina many times in various streams. I think she's pretty fun. And she should also be really satisfying to play. But what the fuck? For some fucking reason, I didn't get her. I'm so mad. Anyway, I also got 11 on my second PT, like on my proper PT. On the 50 I got Nekomata, and on the 80 PT after that I got 11. So that's it. The GG. I will never get these unless I fail the 50-50, which it would never happen. It would never happen. But it would never happen. Now, when it comes to combat, a lot of people are saying the mobs are not doing anything. I agree, but you have to pay attention to what you're doing, okay? The mobs aren't doing anything for multiple reasons. First of all, you're 5 hours in. You're doing the tutorial, basically. You're doing like the easiest stages ever that the game is giving you, okay? With the easiest monster, with the same type of monster, they get staggered, they get pushed, they get stunned, right? Second of all, you are applying, without even noticing, you are applying 2 impairments types. You are applying daze, which stuns the enemy. It's a mechanic in the game. And you are applying a dot. Especially if you're using Ellen, they're doing even less because freezing is going to completely stop the actions of the enemies, okay? Now, if you're using other impairment, other anomalies, then it's a little less, because even if they're burning, they can move. Unless there is a certain type of monster. I believe the humanoid monster is going to also get staggered a little bit during burn. It depends on the monster. And then if you apply, let's say, shock on a mech, they're going to be impaired as well. They're going to be kind of like staggered like that. They don't function properly. And those are the things that you are probably not noticing when you start the game. I played CBT3, so I knew, so I didn't even think about it. Oh, well, look, the monster isn't doing anything, right? I see that, and I understand it could be harder. The way they should have done it is, you know how you can change casuals to challenge? They should have done challenge mode, not just bullet sponge. I think that's kind of lazy to do. Instead of challenge mode, they should have done every enemy is cracked and is on cocaine, and they're just harassing you, spamming at the same time every attack they have in their kit relentlessly until you destroy them. Even at like 1 HP, they don't give a fuck. They have a very short days cooldown, so they just wake up immediately after like two hits or something. They should have done that. So people that wanted the challenge could have had the challenge. That's it. You cannot argue with this. But yeah. Now, the TV issue. The TV issue, I'm going to have a hot take. Okay? I'm going to have a very hot take. I understand. If you disagree, I don't give a fuck. Now, but let me know in the comments why I'm a bitch. Okay? Now, I think the TV is not a problem. I don't think the TV is annoying at all. People that are like stressed about the TV, the TVs are being, no, they're not being anything. They are conditioning themselves to not liking and to psychologically hate it even more and more and more and more, and it snowballs into this frustration with the TV. I feel like the TV is very scarce when you get the TV, which is on the story and the exploration. It's a one time. If you explore it fully and you get all 3 observation data and then you leave, you will never have to do it ever again for that stage. So that said, story and exploration, and yeah, with like the puzzles, those are the only ones when you're gonna get the TVs. I understand that it's not the best way of storytelling or like making you do the story missions. I think it's annoying, but it's very fast. You can toggle the double to speed, which also speeds up the voices, the voice timer. Like they talk for 2 seconds instead of 4 if you do the toggle double speed. The movement is way faster if everything is toggled in double speed. So they're not that difficult to navigate. They used to be way worse and way more. So I think overall the TV is not that bad, and you also have a lot of combat points during this TV. Now you could say, oh, but the TV is disruptive to the gameplay. But how is it disruptive to the gameplay? It's not an open world game when you just encounter a hilichurl camp and you just start combat immediately. You need to wait. You need to look at it like a dungeon crawler. There are multiple MMOs that do this, multiple games that do this. You do your fighting and then you go back to the hub, and then you do your fighting and then you go back to the hub. When you're clicking start story, you're not in combat yet. You are in between the hub and the combat. So if you this portion is the TV. So between each combat there is a downtime of TV. I don't think it's that disruptive. It's like saying, oh, on HSR, when I'm going through not to Hollow Zero, well, when going through the simulated universe, I can't fight for more than 2 seconds. Every time I kill a monster, I need to select a card, and that's a big downtime. I just want to fight again. It's kind of, you know how it feels? It feels a little weird in my opinion. Now, but so I think the TV is not that bad. Also, if you really hating it for whatever reason, personal reason, you really don't like it, on chapter 2 it's even less. I don't think in chapter 1 is bad, but in chapter 2 is even less. So it was way more combat. Now it's gonna be probably disruptive for you, but it's gonna be way more combat TVs than do nothing TVs. Okay. So that said, Monetization is the usual stuff. Now, there is a good addition, in my opinion, which are for little spenders, for small spenders. You have extra packs. I don't know if the extra packs are going to be that big of a deal eventually, but if you go to the store and I bought everything, so it's not probably, like you can't even see it anymore, but there were like little packs of like $0.99, $4.99, $14.99. They gave you extra pools. I think that's decent. That's decent for low spenders, so that way you're not forced to buy on the monochrome market. So that way you don't have to do like, let me go buy this. I guess I just need it, like, I don't know, like, I just need like 3 pulls. I can't buy 3 pulls. I'm gonna have to buy this pack. With the little packs, you can spend less and get like that 1-2 extra pulls that you might need. I think having it as an option, I think it's better than the usual Hoyoverse games as monetization wise. It's still obviously still like Gacha shit, so you know. But that said, now let's briefly talk about the Endgame, and then I have one more point, and then it's over. Okay. Now, I think the Endgame is going to be Hollow Zero and Shield Defense. Maybe something else. We don't know, but it would be fine if they just do the Hollow Zero and they expand on it in the future, and then they do the shield defense and they make like multiple types of shield defense. We already have one revealed. You just can't click it yet because we need to finish the previous one. But it looks like there is a red version. There is a like a demonic version of shield defense. I feel like that one is going to be really hard and it's going to require your account to be really on shape, really correct. I don't know how that looks for now. It's too early to say, but I think as methods of Endgame, I think that's pretty okay so far. The game just came out, so we don't know what they're going to do with the Endgame. They plan on expanding it and they make it more and more and more enjoyable. Also in the Hollow Zero, I believe they're going to eventually remove the TV. I think they said on the live stream. They're going to make it like you explore more of the map and you go around in the map instead of going around in the TV. Now, obviously, they should do that for everything, but maybe eventually they'll do it. Maybe the TV now is just like a clever quote unquote, clever way to buy time and slowly work into the final version on like 2.0 or 3.0. That could be good. That could be crazy, right? If they remove the TV completely. But Hollow Zero expansions, I think Hollow Zero is fun. I have had a lot of fun doing it. I'm constantly going there to do it over and over and over if I don't have anything else to do. And Shield Defense is just Memory of Chaos like Abyss. So that's pretty straightforward. You do need 2 or 3 or even more team built. I technically could get 4 team on my roster, but for now, let's get to the last point. I think that there's going to be a shortage of materials pretty soon. The materials required to level up anything are not that many, and the only way for you to get them, like in a decent amount of like focus get a specific mat, is to use stamina. So using stamina, you only have 300 per day. It's not that much if you need to do all of these encounters every time. So if you need like 12 of the blue ones, you're already spending 60 stamina. And, you know, like maybe we could use some tuning before it gets out of hands. I did voice my concern back in the CBT3 with a couple of videos. You guys, some people didn't understand what I meant, and they said like, oh, it's fine, you're not supposed to build your character immediately. Yes, but after one day of waiting, and I come back the next day with the daily and with the free stamina, I am supposed to have at least one little bit of progression, not 0, right? Leveling my weapon up by 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 levels, my weapon, my W engine, every day, and that it's the only thing that I can afford. That's not. But you're supposed to be slow. What do you want? Every character built in a week? That's not the same. This different magnitude. You're saying like one extreme, and I'm saying like one other extreme. What we need is the middle. Okay. So For now, it's fine, but I can see that I am using a lot of resources. For example, when you go to the, let's go to this one, right? I leveled up my Ellen's W engine to 30 because I wanted to do the achievement on the handbook, and this one required a lot. This one required a lot of those purple CDs, like cassettes. Required like 20 or something, and I only have 100. Now, those came from random sources, so I didn't necessarily farm them. If I was going to farm them, I hope they would be way higher. We don't know yet how level 50 is gonna be, how level 60 is gonna be. So we'll see that. If it's not that bad, maybe it's not. But for now, I'm a little concerned. That doesn't mean that it can be fixed. It could easily be fixed, or it could not be a problem. Maybe Endgame we get like extra sources. Who knows? That said, I think that wraps up. I think I yapped enough. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree with what I said? Do you disagree with any point? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.